Alright, so we're gonna need you on roll 20, so then you can see the
I'm
map.
doing it right now.
Awesome.
Hold on.
I was muted this whole time. God damn it.
Yeah.
Nope. I learned that you were absolutely failing the team. So
I wasn't.
Failing is a strong
I
word.
tried to wake up Zencor and he didn't believe me.
Yeah, it's true. He actually kept trying to sleep.
that does sound like something. Well, that sounds
is-
like
that is
something Rob would do.
That is a very very detail that I left out. She saw the bone demon, put out the fire,
And then mounted Zenkor.
woke up Zenkor, and was like, "Yo, there's some big nasty demons here." And he's like,
I mounted
"Okay," and then he
him
rolls
with my
over
hand
and goes
over
back
his
to
mouth.
sleep. Oh yeah. Also, she mounted him. It was very kinky.
Sounds about
He
right.
didn't care.
It was
What's
very
the next
don't let your parents hear type thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yikes.
very curious about Zenkor's like sexuality now.
I'm
I
not.
can't wait for that character to develop. Maybe
I
if he
don't think
saves
the blue
Varen's
scale
life, there will be an
suits him.
intimate moment.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's like Dragon Age. It's just gonna be certain plot points.
Sorry, Auntie, you don't do it for me.
Alright, so it's Caradoc's turn currently. If,
Oh god, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't ready to actually play D&D. Oh god.
I mean, as of right now, you're not technically playing.
He's Caradoc's gonna smash the thing.
Alright.
And he's raging, which doesn't
Yes.
give him a bonus to his attacks. I think it just lets him.
Just damage. And then bonuses to strength and shit.
He's gonna attack, and then he's nice, and then he's gonna attack again.
Yeah, both hit. One's natural 20.
Okay. Crit damage 2d12 plus 7. Nice, and then normal damage.
What are we rolling for?
Not bad.
We're in combat.
We're in the middle of combat right now, and so we're just like jumping back into initiative.
Okay.
Alright, so
And
that's
Paradox
a
smacking the
lot
shit
of
out of this
damage. Holy Jeebus.
That was really
Okay.
good.
Yeah. What weapon is he using, actually?
His great axe +1.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we got the music going. And I think he just cut this one in half.
Woohoo!
Fuck yeah, Caradoc.
He would have been so proud if he was here.
Yeah, is that that's
Yeah.
technically magic. That's a magical item.
It is green.
Yeah. So
I mean, in his character sheet, I don't think it's actually green.
that's up to him. Yeah, so I think that's full damage. It's not halved. So
Nice.
yeah, he takes out that bone demon and it just strikes it down to the ground. You see, like, the moment he strikes the head right off the neck, a strange, like, arcane mark of some sort just like burns itself onto the body, and it just like falls lifeless onto the ground. Its insect-like wings just like break apart.
Cool.
It's just the other one now. Alright. And that's Caradoc's turn?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. We're gonna be going to... I need to eliminate this one from the initiative count. So we're going to the other one. And the other one is going to attack Fenthras. So... he does his multi-attack. He's gonna do 2 claws on Fenthras and 1 sting onto the tiger. So the first 2, plus 8,
Hit.
23.
Hit.
I'm gonna kill the wolf. Great.
So the damage is 2d8 plus 4. So it does 27 damage of slashing, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. That's a
Yikes.
7.
Alright, 7.
27.
You say, oh fuck. He also takes. Oh, I didn't even write it down. What the fuck? Here. Also takes 12.
Yeah, he's at
poison
0.
damage. Alright, so he's unconscious right now.
Yeah, let me take this moment while both my characters are down to double check what happens when he goes down.
I think as Fenthras being like a quote-unquote special homebrew, he's gonna be on his 3 saving throws just like a normal character. Because remember, if he goes, he can't just like resurrect him kind of thing. So as like the other feature says.
Yeah, I don't remember what happens when they go down normally even.
Those are some pretty squished horses, to be honest here.
Yeah, it's hard to fit them on a grid. They're technically supposed to be large creatures, so it's supposed to be like that. Almost like makes more sense, but I was trying to build everything really quickly. So it's up?
Yeah, they do get death saving throws.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Just like even normally they do.
Alright, cool. So, speaking of, the sting attack. Sorry. 20, 8. That's a 20 on the tiger. And it'll do the sting attack.
My sword better already be on fire, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Probably.
Sean,
Huh?
Fenthras heals this much. I overcalculated his damage. I'm sorry. I was looking at the sting. So he should technically.
So he took 7.
He has 9.
Or wait.
9. Yeah, he
took. Oh, he took 6 instead of 12.
So he took a total
Are you saying that
of
46
18. He
was
took
too
a total of 18 damage normally, and then the poison damage. Alright, so he took 18 then 12. Instead of 14, 13, 12. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
I did the damage for the sting. Okay. Don't worry about the 6 that I rolled, because that didn't
Okay.
make sense.
It's not quite dead then.
Okay, so one less thing to worry about. And the stinger did hit the tiger, so we're going to be rolling the actual damage here, which is +4.
Not my tiger.
The tiger takes 12 damage and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which is
Alright.
+2. So d20 +2, and it takes 12 damage. So it's about 25 hit points left.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, are you keeping track of the animals, or am I?
I got it for you. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You can keep it on your own as well if you want.
I trust you.
Alright.
I don't.
Did you just roll the Constitution saving throw though? It's a 1d20 +2.
Oh, we cut out there. 1d20 plus.
+2. That was like weird on my screen. 15? Yeah, he's okay.
Woo!
He beats the poison that's from the stinger. Fenthras is going now.
Okay. Nikki's just gonna attack. And he's got his pack tactics, which is cool. That's a natty 20. Damn, that was a good fucking roll.
Hits, yeah. 19, 20. Yeah. Alright, roll that damage.
Is this a fiend?
Yes.
Oh, that's not the right roll, but whatever. I need to change that.
Is that how much damage?
Yeah, I did double 2d4 instead of 4d4. It's normally 2d4,
Okay.
but I'll fix that for later.
Alright. And then, is Fenthras magical? Count as magical? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay. So, there we go. Alright, anything else?
No.
Okay. It is the giant spider, and it's gonna try and make a bite. This is plus 5. So your giant spider that spawned now tries to take a bite out of the side of it, and does not hit. That's his turn. And then you have Zenkor. Zenkor is going to do... He's gonna run. Yeah, he's gonna run to Varen. He's gonna heal you for... oh, it says on my thing. 1d6 plus charisma. So his charisma right now is plus 3. So, Varen, you wake up prone on the ground with 8 hit points. And
I'll work
Zenkor
with that.
takes an attack of opportunity in the meantime. And it misses. Unless his AC is like absolute. Yeah, okay, he's good. Yeah, and then that's gonna be his turn. It's Ariel. His Witch Bolt fades as well. So Ariel, what are you doing this turn?
This is intense. Alright, I am... Well, not a whole lot fucking affects him, which is stupid. How much time has passed now?
It's been about almost 30 seconds, not even.
Oh shit, okay. So I will do... God damn it.
Is your summon thing concentration or?
My animals are concentration. So, and then I have to look at like my other spells that won't hurt everybody in the area. Because we're all kind of tight together. Okay. I think I have out my trident, I know that. So switching weapons, that costs an action, right?
No. No, it's okay.
Okay, can I use my dagger, my Ray of Frost?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use that. That's like the safest thing I can do right now.
Okay. Yeah, cast it then and see if you hit. So you just roll your attack. It should say on your page what it is.
Yep.
I think it's plus 6.
Yep.
That's it? So you can roll your damage.
Is this the one that has a chance to give them like a disadvantage on their attack or something, or slows their speed?
No, it's Frostbite.
Something. No.
Frostbite
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah, this is just like a standard. It's a wizard
Like
cantrip.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just using a dagger that she was given. 11 damage. Alright. As the like icy mist hits the bones, the bone devil, you can see it seems to be resilient to cold. But it still takes damage.
Sorry, you're getting out of ceiling at the kid.
It's all good. Anything else you want to do?
Oh shit. No.
Alright. Your tiger then attacks. He tries to bite it. An opportunity while it's being attacking Fenthras, but misses. And it's now Varen. You are now on the ground, waking up with the dead devil right beside you. And you can see Varen and Eric and Zenkor beside you. Or you.
Can I... Does it cost all my movement to stand up?
No, it's half.
Or half movement?
Yeah, it's either half or 10 feet. I'll double check. Yeah, I believe it's half. Until I find otherwise.
Okay. That's fine. I don't think I actually need to move. Can I shoot this other one from like where I am if I stand up? Or would I be pegging Ariel in the face?
Yeah, the ground's even in this case.
I'm really
Usually you'd be on different.
But if I came
ground.
like over here.
Yeah, you're okay there.
Okay, I have the movement for that. That's fine.
Alright.
I stand up, I'm gonna move over. It's probably all my movement. I am gonna cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. It's a 2nd level, and that's going on top of Fenthras.
Okay.
He's looking messed up, so that's gonna give him 5. Not bad.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot it. So
16 just barely hits. It
Cool.
does 10
whatever
damage.
that says.
Alright. So the arrow itself doesn't seem to be as effective as the magic that the quiver gives you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fenthras gets.
he's looking pretty rough himself.
Reaction.
Okay. Yeah,
that
that
hit?
hits. Yeah.
And here's the damage.
Okay.
More double
It's looking pretty rough. You can see it's just like looking around, trying to assess the situation. It's Eric's turn currently, and it's just like looking about, trying to figure out what's going on.
If I run up and hit him, am I gonna get in the way of a potential shot from Varen?
Don't worry about that. Varen can move. Like,
Yeah, you're okay.
do your
Okay.
thing, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit. I'm just gonna run up and punch it in the face.
All right, go for it.
Slap. So I'm gonna stab it. You know what I mean.
Bad dog.
Let's see. And I'm also going to use Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
Because I want this to be fair. Or not.
You can still roll again because you roll with advantage from here on out because you have Fighting Spirit on,
Right.
and you might crit. Okay, you still hit with the 20, so you can roll damage for that one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do it again.
Sure. And you roll with advantage as well.
Right.
Depending on your damage, you might actually be able to kill it. Okay, roll the second one. Yeah, that one hits too.
Okay, so 3d6 plus 6, right?
Yeah, and then remember to do the fire damage separate.
Oh, okay. So 1d. So okay, sorry. It's 1d6 plus 6, and then roll another 2d6 for fire damage.
Yeah, and you can write it like a math equation too. You can do them together and it will roll them separate.
I
Just,
do
like,
not know
put
how to do
plus.
that, to be honest.
So you just do slash R and then like whatever d6 plus whatever d6. And
Yeah.
it'll do them separate.
Just like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you can just do like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it shows like what all the things are.
Gotcha.
As long as I can see which one's which, then we're all good.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so the
That's attack number 1.
1d6, the 1d6 is a fire arrow, right?
No, the 1d6 is just normal, and then the
slashing
2d6
is
is.
fire. Okay. Alright, so
And then I got one more. There we go.
Alright. So you run up, like your friend's not looking hot. Fenthras is kind of like trying to put on a brave face. It's like wounds are slowly healing. And you run forward with your flaming blade. You're just absolutely pissed, and the stinger comes down to instinctively grab you using its range advantage. You cut the stinger right off before it gets to you, duck under it, and you just stab it, like lunging forward right through the skull. And it is also down. And like before, you see on its side some sort of mark start burning into it and sizzling away, and it just falls lifeless.
It's the same fucking mark.
And as far as you guys are aware, you guys seem to be safe for now.
What the fuck does that mean?
For now.
As far as you fucks know, you're fine.
I mean, you're in the middle of darkness. The only light
Okay.
that's coming out is Eric's blade.
Are we out of combat now? Would
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
For
I'm
now.
gonna burn
You,
the rest of my minute of healing here.
Varen, your passive perception is high enough. You notice that the three individuals in mid-fight who are like, what the fuck is that? And like coming over to help you and like trying to shoot arrows from far away, have midway through just bailed, ran up to their carriage, and at this point, now that these two things are dead, they haven't even noticed. They're getting into the carriage and trying to like bolt out of here. That's the rest of the healing.
Well, no, I'm just putting some on Fenthras, and then I'm putting the rest on me.
Okay. So while you're healing up and everything, these traders just end up piecing out.
So they're just being a bunch of bitches.
I mean, they're trying to live, you know?
They're just traders.
Yeah, but we killed the things, and then they were like, well, time to get the fuck out of here, I guess.
This is all within a few seconds. Like, they literally came up to, like, fight whatever it is that was attacking you guys in the limited light. And then as soon as they saw, like, these creatures, they just were like, nope. And they immediately ran back, got in their carriage, and started storming off. And all they see is these things, right? They didn't even get a good look. And you just hear the galloping of horses as they, like, make their way out.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
You guys have that
I need to
healing
pee
done?
really bad.
Go for it.
Right back.
And you now are standing above the dead bodies of these two bone devils.
Quick, do a war cry.
Do I know anything about these things? Like,
You can make either a religion or a history check, up to you, but you have to tell me which one. Anyone else that is interested in doing one can as well. I'll do one for Zenkor for the heck of it. Man, he knows nothing.
I have... Cool. These are favored, so I actually get...
I wonder
Plus
if
0, 1
I would
plus
have
3.
known something.
If who?
I feel like just because I haven't been above ground, whether or not I'd know something, but because we served an obelisk, I
You
wonder
don't
if
know that you do,
we have
though.
shared knowledge.
You guys don't know
Alright,
that you
I'll
serve an
do
obelisk.
both. What am I rolling in? I'm rolling.
You'd roll
Religion?
a history or a religion.
History.
You just gotta tell me which.
Oh, which one's better?
I tried to do a history. It didn't work so good.
Oh, they're both the same. Let's do history.
Okay. In the meantime, Caradoc is actually like trying to calm down the horses because they are going nutty. So he can also make an animal handling check at the same time. Okay, Ariel and Varen. So Varen, you know vaguely about devils, mostly just like campfire stories, teachings of the elders, that sort of stuff. Devils are the kind of the opposite version of evil from demons. So demons are the classic chaos and destruction, while devils are more of a lawful evil kind of entity. They're all about following the rules they create and corrupting individuals based off their own rule sets. So like contracts, deals with the devil sort of scenarios. and so they try and gain as many souls by proper contract. So if they are ever out here doing something specific, it's probably based off of a contract as well. For Ariel, you know a little bit as well about devils themselves. You don't know too much about bone devils, but you know there's a hierarchy. Some of them are scouts, some of them are known to be hunters, some of them are known to be like trackers, soldiers. They each have their own role generally based off of whatever they perform the best.
Somebody wants us dead, guys. That's what I'm getting at.
Probably, it's like the middle of the night still, right? This was like...
Yeah, it's the middle of watch.
Okay.
You're like just cresting early morning in the very distance. Caradoc does succeed after a decent amount of time trying to calm them down while you guys are like figuring this all out. And I believe your animals disappear at this point.
Yeah.
What spell was that like? How long do they last?
Hold on a second.
Was it like conjure... What spell was that? Summon...
Summon woodland beings, most likely.
Literally conjure animal.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Conjure animals.
So it might even last an hour then.
Yeah,
So
well, concentration for an hour.
Yeah.
Hour, yeah.
Wow.
Alright. So, what else are you guys doing? You now, like, share that knowledge amongst each other. You're standing at camp.
Can I cut off the thing's tail?
One of them is already cut off, but you can...
Can I just, like, pick it up and it's coming with me?
Yeah, sure.
Probably be careful with it, but yeah.
I can feel tickle in my throat.
I
And
have,
know
like,
I'm gonna get
really
fucking
deadly
sick.
poison in my water thing. I think the tail's the least concerning.
So we should probably get a little bit more
these
rest
bitches
tonight, but maybe maybe we should move somewhere else first.
Nah. Moving's for pussies.
Just for the record, Eric, these are the things that you guys had just...
Yeah, no, I saw
Okay,
that
cool.
last week. Yeah. Fucking somebody was reading H.P. Lovecraft or some shit.
I also bought you a horse.
You
Well-
bought me a horse, or I bought a
you,
horse?
you didn't have enough money,
Well,
so they hooked you
That
up.
doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me because I
You
went.
can't
broke
afford a
last
horse.
Bought you a
trying
straw,
to
bought
save-
you a horse, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we made an inappropriate joke about how you could pay me back.
Yeah, it's
But
like a
it was-
dowry.
It
You're
was
like
a joke.
Oh, whoa,
you're like buying them.
Whoa,
She's your sugar mama.
whoa. How many
I don't know
drinks
how
do
human
we
customs
have?
are, okay? I'm innocent in this.
Innocent. Okay.
I fucking collected 20 pounds of utensils. How fucking smart do you think I am when it comes to earthly shit? I'm innocent, sorta.
We're gonna have some drinks later. That's what we're gonna have. Look, I know where the money is.
Okay, if you two want to stay up and fuck, that's fine as long as you keep watch. But I'm gonna go back down for some rest.
Look, I'm a very active lover.
What? Oh, and this is funny because if we ever had to do performance, my performance is a -1. I got
Your
no
minus
gain.
one isn't terrible. But
No.
Mine is also -1, so. But I do have +4 dexterity, so
it's
know I'm
not,
gonna go with my
it's not about your modifier, it's about how you roll.
It's about how you use it.
Oh, this does not disappoint.
Alright, so who's doing the remainder of the watch?
Try those in the bar.
Moving along.
Who's gonna take the last watch here?
You know, because I'm certain Ariel will mess it up, I will.
I saw them. I noticed them.
Only after they started dragging somebody off.
No, I noticed it before that. I tried to wake up Zenkor, and Zenkor refused to
She
believe
did.
me.
Why would you try and wake up Zenkor? Of all people.
Because he was the closest one, and he was like smarty pants. He'd know what they were.
Like,
Probably.
I think Zenkor spent this entire fight in my head, like in his sleeping bag, like kind of like hopping around in it.
Wow.
He was pretty lazy.
He's probably already lied back down.
Yeah,
Asleep.
he's passed out.
Time for sleep.
Alright, so the last watch is going to be held by Eric then, and I need you to make a perception check on your...
Watch, I'm gonna roll a fucking 1.
Say you start a fire first.
That would
I
help.
have my sword is still on fire, so I'm good.
How long does that last?
I mean, you could
Until I turn
start
it
just
off.
like Oh, okay.
As far as I remember, it
Wow.
literally until I turn it off, it just goes. I have to take an action to turn it off.
Easy there, Dothraki.
Hey,
I think
look,
that
I'm just
makes
saying,
sense,
once you
yeah.
turn me on, it's...
Oh no.
What? She has to figure
until you
drop?
until you drop or
Eric's
sheath the
heavily
sword.
regretting
Yeah.
buying him a horse.
Yeah. So if you like,
Why would you
blow up the
regret
sword-
that?
Friday Cowboy, I bought you a horse, okay? So like we've avoided this.
I'm not a cowboy. I've avoided shit.
There's no cowboys in this world, I don't think.
that you know of.
That's what you think. Wow.
Alright.
All we can hope is that it's an uneventful night.
Using the dim light of your fire sword, you kind of just Luke Skywalker around, getting the occasional grumpy comments from Caradoc whenever the light kind of like shifts in his eyes. And then he just says fuck it, goes to his tent.
I kick a rock at him.
Other than the odd jump scare that is people traveling down the road just above you, this is like there is a heightened like hilltop to lead up to the road, and you guys are kind of just down the hill. Other than that, it's pretty uneventful. A little anxiety inducing, but you guys are pretty good. And you wake up the next morning. Seem to be
Sweet.
okay. Still get along.
Nobody's dead.
Okay, so now I get a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Sean, I need to make a death saving throw.
Middle of the night, no one saw it. Something came back and killed you.
You remember that poison? Yeah. It's back. We call it
I'm
the
kind of
Liam
disappointed
Neeson.
with poison in D&D. It doesn't like... It gives you like disadvantage on things or something. It doesn't like do damage over time, which is what poison is everywhere else always. It's weird.
Yeah, it just makes you weaker.
Yeah.
Should I have pho for dinner?
Yeah.
Pho's pretty good.
Do you wanna pho?
Dude, you have no idea how much.
Alright. So
It
you
has
guys
been
are
a dry spell for me.
There's been a severe lack of alright, so it is the morning. You have two giant dead devil bodies.
Look, let me just put it this way. My last date was Rosy Palms.
Oh, you might want to get that checked from the doctor. I'm just saying.
Nah, she ain't got no diseases that I don't know about.
What are you gonna do with us? This session is just going one way only.
I'm packing up your tents. I don't know what you guys are doing. Zenkor will just deliver the fucking orb without you.
You're packing up the tank. I'm
I
pitching
think-
one.
Yeah, I think you missed Eric's tent.
Lightning strikes. 3 of the horses die. Alright. Yeah, so it's morning. You guys have the dead devil bodies. Yeah, you can
Sweet.
see every once in a while a couple of people traveling on the road. There are no more animals because he fell asleep. So
Bone demon.
I was gonna say let's move the bodies, but like fuck it, I don't care. Let's just get out of here.
Right?
We got places to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, whatever.
Let's go.
Yeah, fuck bodies. Alright, so you guys
I
head out
just
again.
remember I have
will.
the tail just hanging over my horse.
It's pretty big.
I'm cool with that.
Alright.
I've been looking for some tail. Oh, sorry. I'll stop now.
The
Alright.
best bit is all of this is saved, and anyone can just rewatch this again. Calvin's Twitch.
Yep.
Listen, there's a group of people that have some pickup lines now that they can use time and time again.
Yeah, if they ever run into a
Ground.
bone devil and they think it's a really good icebreaker, they could be like, you know what?
You think this thing's a bone devil? You should have seen
So let me
me.
tell you, roll for initiative and let's find out.
Oh my god.
I feel like only us nerds could really enjoy how perfectly punny these sexual innuendos are.
What on earth do you mean?
Alright, so
I'm so pleased.
speaking of figuring shit out, I gotta write down how many hours it's been.
So we've long rested, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Baron or not Baron. Zenkor was kind of doing the math on that.
Mm-hmm.
I said it
haven't long
was.
rested, have I?
No, you
So
have.
everyone's long rested now. Even though you took a shift, you still technically, like, I count it where like every shift, once everyone does everything, like you can take the long rest. Otherwise, no one would take the last shift.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys do sleep in though, however. It's probably like 9, 10 in the morning.
So it's been like
Getting up
a
late.
day and a half since the identify spell, I think.
Do a survival check.
I can do that.
The rain has
Hour
stopped
away.
as well.
That many. 18.
18.
Yeah.
You gauge that it's probably been around like between 29, 34 hours. Because it's been...
Okay. Well,
yeah.
it was like the evening.
Oh, wait, no, I did the math wrong.
So it would be.
You'd be
on, like-
approaching 40 hours at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we still need to send this thing off somewhere where it can blow up safe. Well,
Yeah.
not safely, but
Well, I mean,
where it can be most
as
effective.
safely as it can. Yeah. As safely from our point of view as it can.
All right, so we're gonna just yeet this into a group of enemies and we'll be fine, right?
There was a lot of debate on that. Varen wants to chuck it into the army if it's like conveniently close.
Yeah, that sounds like a great
And-
idea.
Ariel and I think Zenkor, I can't remember what Zenkor wanted to bring it to the bandits, the bandit camp, and get it all up in their base.
Ooh.
I wasn't really all for the bandit camp, only because the element of surprise is useful.
What's wrong with the bandit camp?
They actually don't
I mean-
know, Baron.
What's
Eric.
wrong with the what? Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because Eric, you met Eric.
I feel like we
at
must have talked
Wetlands.
about it at some
We can
point.
talk about it now because they actually don't know.
I have no
I
idea
think-
what the fuck you're on about.
Okay. I think in our previous day of traveling,
Mm.
which we actually did like in character, sort of discuss like where we were going to bring this thing.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
So I'll catch you up. Basically, there's a bandit camp near Mora that's fucking up like trade caravans and stuff. One of the guys who we were traveling with for a while betrayed us and killed one of our friends, and he was one of the
Oh.
bandits.
Oh.
And we went and scoped it out one time, and Zenkor almost died, obviously. And there were like
Of course.
some demons or sort of
Devils.
demon-esque
Devils.
things.
Yeah, they're devils.
Whatever,
Mm.
like hellish looking dudes with like wings and shit,
Right.
cohorting with these bandits in their camp, doing nasty things. And so our sort of like long running
Eric's on
vendetta has been to kill them.
So
That's
why
the
don't
whole
we
reason
just
we came
drop
down
this
here.
thing in the center of the camp?
We could. I think we can make it there. Like, we have to go kind of through / around Mora to get there, and it
Well,
might be a
'cause-
bit of a buzzer beater, but like, I think we could pull it off. I just think this is something that can do. Like, we can probably handle the bandits. Like, our whole plan is to deal with the bandits. We have a way to collapse a fucking cliff underneath them. We
So
don't have
hold on.
anything to deal with the army.
I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is closer?
Army. Well, I'm pretty sure the army is marching from like I'm looking at this map. From like Adris direction towards Mora. Does that sound right, Calvin?
They had stopped, like when you first saw them, when you were doing your little montage with Venthras, you had saw them approaching. When you did your meeting and everything with Davos and Orn, and you guys decided to start pursuing other means of dealing with the bandits, so like the ruins and the poison and everything, you had decided, like, that was around the time that the army had stopped outside the border of Mora, at like a few kilometers away. And
So they're like
were
all up
called-
on it.
Yeah, and they were called over to deal with it. So like Orn and
Okay.
Davos were requested to go to the army.
So the army is like right up on Mora, I guess west of it,
Yeah.
and then the bandit camp is east of Mora. We are currently west of Mora.
Yeah, you're in the south path.
So
Leading up to it.
if we follow this path, we're going to like pass by the army, kind of. It's not going to be like right on the path, but like we're going to pass by the army, then hit Mora, then hit the bandit camp. And like, Varen doesn't really want this thing around at all. Sort of the thinking here.
We
So
picked
like,
it
if
up.
we can just yeet it into the army, it'd be pretty sweet.
How far can any one of us throw this thing?
Probably not far enough. But Ariel, I think, can turn into flying stuff,
I can, I think.
or maybe next level.
But
At level
what if
8,
I
yeah.
just
Next level, yeah.
Which
Friend
essentially
of
is after the
bird.
session.
Yeah, so we're gonna trust this to a pigeon.
It depends on the
I mean-
animal
Nobody
she
will know it was
picks.
us.
But,
We'd have to have like a pretty beefy
pretty heavy.
animal to.
Yeah. it
Here's
is.
I
the
imagine
thing.
this thing's probably like 5 or 10 pounds, and like
Well, here's
you
hang
can't
on.
carry that.
Now hang on a minute. We do have some options here.
Mm-hmm.
If we do have an animal that can carry it, Ariel's exactly right. They wouldn't know it was us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big benefit. It's a
Our
real
conscience
big
would,
benefit.
though.
Yeah, but who gives
Yeah.
a fuck about that? Anyway,
We-
it's not a bad plan.
So we did also. You would have known this, but I think before we stopped for our long rest, Ariel sent an animal messenger to a dude in Mora who hopefully is gonna like give us some advice. Maybe we don't quite know how he's gonna get in contact with us. I think we asked him to meet us on the outskirts of town or something. He's just some sort of magical dude who's been like pretty chill. So he might have some advice. He might have a way to help us catapult this thing into the army.
I gotta
He might
be
want
honest,
something else to do.
I've had my fill of magical people that are sort of mysterious.
Like Zencor?
No, see, he's not mysterious. He's just an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
There's not much of a mystery there.
No, this guy's cool. He like he's cool.
Pretty
He's cool.
expensive
Don't
as
worry.
well.
Like
Yeah.
eccentric type. Okay.
Yeah.
He's friends with Venthras.
Yeah.
Like, you
Ah,
ever
he's
watch
friends
me
with the
with
dog.
Walker?
Fuck it, you know.
Let's
Like,
I mean, I guess let's start heading back to Mora.
Yeah.
We might be able to get there today. I think it was like about 2 days ride, so like
Do we have any idea
Maybe
what
at the end of the day.
mark was?
On the bone dudes?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I have no
Taken
idea.
as a probably not. Would Zencor know?
Zencor, let me double check. I'm actually gonna check you as well. Yeah, you know, Dorvish. Does anyone speak? Let me just double check. Did I say the right one? Yeah. Does anyone speak Infernal?
No.
No, I speak Primordial.
Yes.
Okay. You see a mark, and it's like a single mark, and it's like a very primal rune in Infernal that essentially is like marked prey or to hunt.
Great.
Okay.
So now we know
So-
this thing is attracting baddies.
Well, it sounds like
When you went to the
I mean-
washroom, they found out that like devils follow contracts. Like
I think
they're
basically I
bound
think
by
these things were
contracts.
conjured or hired or whatever to come find us.
Well,
I think
they're,
that was
they're,
what that
fi-
was.
they're here to find the thing, the blue thing.
No one really knows about that. I think, like, maybe.
Do we know anybody else that would send these things after us?
The bandits.
I continue to be surprised by the level of assholery in like the NPCs of this world. Frankly,
Okay.
I wouldn't put it past the bandits. I guess I don't know.
Would
Keltis
anybody
probably
have
still
the
wants
resources to do it.
the bandits. Yeah, they're all about this shit.
So why would they want this orb?
I don't think they want the orb. You gotta stop thinking about the orb. How would they
Alright,
know about
then
the
you know
orb?
what? You know what? How about we do this?
How like we're a group of badass fucking dudes, you know?
Here's my thinking. And then tell me if this sounds crazy. Why don't we send somebody in who's familiar with the bandits, who it would make sense to have like a sort of peace talk with? Have them give them this orb as a gift, and then make haste.
You want to Trojan horse the bandit camp?
I mean, tell them, you know what? Look, we're sorry about all the things that went down. We'd like to give you this gift. It's incredibly valuable. We had it looked at by this guy. He said it was incredibly powerful and dangerous, but you know, we figured we should have it.
Okay. Counter argument.
Nothing in that is a lie.
While
So
you guys are
nobody.
riding, by the way.
Counter argument. The salesperson in a random bumfuck nowhere trading post spotted this orb and immediately knew what it was.
However, he's a salesperson. The bandits may only know what they want to sell it for. If you give something to somebody that is potentially very valuable,
They've got magical people. Like there are people like Zencor, but that know like useful spells for this kind of shit, and they could just like identify it. They could just do that, like wizards and shit. And all you got to do is hand it to them, and they're like, "Oh, this is a bomb. Kill that guy, I guess." And now we'll use this bomb for our own nefarious purposes.
okay, we could give them another gift. Maybe we could put the orb inside of one of the horses. And just send it to
As you say this, the horses kind of look at you.
Holy shit.
Ten points to who guesses how we put it inside the horse.
Literal Trojan horse.
Fucking murder the horse? I don't know. How do you put a orb inside of a horse? This isn't a marble, my dude. This seems like a bowling ball. Wait, actually, how big is it? This is
Have you
like
seen the shits that come out?
how big is this orb, Calvin? This is now relevant.
Yeah,
This is now important. Thanks. Thanks, Eric. Now I have to
I'm
think
just
about how big
saying.
a fucking. Now I've never had to think about this before, but now I have to think about how big a horse's ass is. So that's cool that you've done that for me today.
You know, just trying to help.
12,
seriously, though.
12 inches in diameter, weighs
Oh
10
god, there's
pounds,
no way.
Weighs
Dude,
10
there's no
pounds,
fucking
and it has
way.
a solid outer shell.
Look, I've met some big assholes in my life, but I don't even think we're gonna be able to put that in.
There's no fucking way. We would need to magic this shit inside the horse, and that would just kill it. So
Well, you know.
All right, next
Anyway.
horse.
Anyway, so hey. So, but here's the thing, though. So, if we can give this to the bandits as they would assume it's a gift, I think that's the safest way.
So here's the other benefit of actually going after the bandit camp.
Mm-hmm.
Their camp is small enough that we could probably sneak it into like the outskirts of their camp and then get out of there and then let it trigger, and hopefully they would just be none the wiser. That's like a decent option for us.
Okay, but you're thinking about this too small. You're thinking you want to lose small. I want to win big here.
I don't understand how this is not a win big. I'm saying instead of putting this storm is 1 mile radius. Okay,
right.
Like really think about that. Their camp is like way smaller than that. Okay, this is like a non-issue. You want to give it to them, which is all risk, no reward, because it just lets them use it some other way. If we don't let to destroy a city or something, like
they would have minutes.
They could have hours. They could be able to get it there very quickly. Like, magic is pretty cool, and they have some pretty badass magic. I feel like I
sneak it in the first place.
The word, oh my god, the word, like, stop thinking about them as bandits, okay? This is like an evil corporation of magicians and fighters. We cannot just walk up to them and be like, ha ha ha, and like devils also.
Yeah, they're essentially cultists.
Here's this orb. Trust us. I know you tried to kill us and stuff. Hey, cultist, what up? Take this gift. We're going to see you later. Not going to hang around for dinner or anything. We're going to get approximately a mile away. Have a good night, y'all. Like, no part of that plan ever works. That never works. There's no universe in which that works.
Plans, by the way.
Hold on. I have a question.
Yep.
What if we could set it up so they robbed it from somebody else and took it home with them?
That sounds familiar.
Why are we introducing so much complexity here? Let's drop it on the ground. Like,
because
put it within a mile of
you. I'm trying to be as vindictive as possible, and I feel like
I am trying to use this orb.
Eric wants to Ocean's 11 this.
I want.
Okay, that's
yes.
I will turn into a bird, fly over top, drop it, and leave.
I don't
It's
think
going to go a mile in all directions. It's going to go a mile up too.
I mean, we're actually not sure about that. That sounds reasonable.
Is it worth the risk?
I mean, she could drop it from a mile up. Birds
What
probably
bird
fly
flies?
a mile up. Yeah.
Which bird?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
A magical fucking bird.
Oh my!
And it's right by the water. Worst case scenario, I fall into the water and I'm practically a fish.
Just dive bomb into the water.
Oh
Okay.
God. The physics.
Please consider my proposition here, okay? We take the orb to the bandit camp, because y'all so fucking bandit crazy. We go to the edge of their little forest clearing, and we bury the orb just slightly underground, and then we leave.
Is the thing detectable by magic?
Fucking probably. Like, I absolutely refuse to follow any plan where we try to hand the orb to them. There's no universe in which that works. I would rather smash it on the ground right now, because at least we're not close to a city. Also, we can hopefully get some form of advice from Keltis. Not Keltis. Wrong dude. Davos.
Hey, buddy.
We have a prayer.
Like halfway through your sentence, you're like, "Oh fuck, I did exactly what Eric asked."
Yeah. About 8 to 10 hours ago, or whatever, we sent a message to Davos. He may have received our message by now, sort of unclear. We're hoping that we can kind of meet up with him on our way to Mora. Maybe he has a cool way to deal with the orb that lets us, like, launch it into the bandit camp. Whatever. How does that sound? Like, best case scenario, I think we can all agree. Best case scenario is if some fucking portal opens up and we can drop this orb right down on top of the bandit camp and it just like fucks their whole day, right? Can everyone just kind of agree on that?
I agree.
Hey,
Of course.
Sorry I'm super late.
it's all good. Everyone survived.
Let's
You guys, just to fill Robin super quick, the whole group killed the Bone Devils, and they have kind of a sense that they were sent to hunt and or kill you guys.
yeah.
They're like
That's no
contract
fail.
bound. But not anymore.
Because we killed them.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
I'm the best.
But you had a fire sword and they were resilient to fire.
Yeah. They were resilient to a
Still
lot of
killed
things.
He still killed them.
Let's like keep making
Okay,
our
so
way to Mara at least.
I mean, we can go back to the dick jokes if you want, but I kind of want to solve this problem here.
Okay, but your solutions have been bad.
There. Okay, maybe, but my solutions are at least entertaining.
They're, you know what?
You
They're
know what?
theatrical. I'll give you that.
Honest, yeah. I've been doing
I
this whole.
think
like,
if you're trying to
flashback
make
thing-
an emotional impact on these dudes before they all get murked, your plans are on point. Really, I just want to guarantee that murking however I can. Your plans have not been doing that part.
I want to guarantee murking as well.
Yeah. Hey Zencor,
Mm-hmm.
or Ariel, y'all both magic. Y'all got anything that can help us launch this orb into the bandit camp?
Launch?
Like a-
no.
There's
Animals
like-
that I can convince to do it, yes.
Well, what we can do is we can like
Oh.
put in like a box, and then I can hit the box with one of my lightning bolts and just fucking toss it.
That's not. No, this is not Breath of the Wild.
Angry Birds.
Ariel,
Sure it
can
is.
you conjured up some animals last night. Can you conjure up some birds that could carry this thing?
I'm just saying, get the
Um,
repository of the horse and send it in. Okay.
When I conjure animals, I think my understanding is they still act sort of as like they're not. I'm almost like Fenthras. Like would Fenthras do it?
Well, so these are you literally conjure animals. Like these are not pre-existing animals,
They're
and you
fey
can command them to
spirits.
do stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fey spirits.
Would
that
fey spirits
take
do
the
it?
form.
What? Is that something that my fey spirits would do?
They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them. If you
Then
don't-
I could.
If you don't issue any
Probably,
commands to
yes.
them, they defend themselves. Yeah,
How big is the item? Pretty fucking big, right?
it's 12
pretty small.
inches in diameter.
It's approximately a bowling ball.
It's a foot in
It's
diameter.
a foot.
Yeah.
So
And
that would need to be
it
a
weighs
large
about 10
bird. So
pounds.
Or
I,
two large birds.
I could summon 2 giant vultures.
Damn. How big's a fucking giant vulture? Probably just one of them.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna summon, I can summon 2, so I'll just summon 2. Or for shits and giggles, I could summon a giant eagle and a dire wolf, or a toad. If we just like summon a
Giant vulture, large beast.
wouldn't it be kind of funny if we just summoned a
So
giant
it's about the size of a
storm
horse.
to fuck them up?
I mean, I'm pretty sure a giant vulture could carry that thing.
Yeah, and then the giant toad could just go to the front gates and sit there.
Okay. We have to get close. We have to go to / past Mora one way or the other. So like, we gotta go.
Yeah,
We can't do anything from here.
correct.
And my range for that is 60 feet.
That's fine, because then they can just fly away.
So we have to get within 60 feet of the camp?
No. No. She can summon a bird within 60 feet of herself.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you guys are traveling northward up the path between the Greyfire Training Camp and the crossroads. When you reach the crossroads, which generally had the army activity that you could see across this fairly flat open fields, you see them heading back towards Adris. No army in your path. They've already passed the crossroads.
Did you say the army was gone?
The army is heading, if you look at the map, they have already passed the crossroads and they're heading back towards Adris.
So they're leaving.
Yeah. They seem to
Okay, fuck yeah. Alright.
It's gone.
Tallyho Ballot Camp. Bandit Camp.
Alright, so you
Fuck
guys
up some bandits.
continue along and you turn right and you start going along the eastern path. You eventually make out in the horizon distance small bits of smoke stacks.
Fuck off.
And you have the massive cliff with the forest on top that you recognize from you being able to see from above. After most of a day's travel, you can see in the distance, you're now coming around the corner and of the ridges in the forest, and you can now see in the distance past the fields and the gardens of the southern acres. You can see the edge of Mora. Everything seems relatively okay in Mora, but when you look further east along the border line, you can see many of the farmland has been ravaged and burned. It's something that has already happened, and you can see many of the houses have been destroyed, but the fire is no longer active. The smoke is just coming from various buildings, like smokestacks, like actual chimneys and stuff. You also notice the individuals who are armed traveling around the outskirts of Mora, and some of them patrolling, and you notice one of them looks at you, and he was often the border guard towards the Eldham Wood. He recognizes you guys when one of his partners is about to put his hand up and stop you, and he just pushes him on the shoulder and gives him a signal, and they just back away, letting you continue on. You can see they have uniforms now and seem to be relatively decently armed, and they share uniforms with several people along all of the southern acres, and they're now starting to patrol near the Divine Order Church as well as the outskirts of where all the burned farmland is.
Can we stop and ask him what's up?
Sure.
He kind of knows us a little bit.
Yeah, you stop by the two of them.
Hey, what, we've been gone for, I don't know, a couple days. It's hard to keep track of time. What the hell happened over here?
They call him the Devil's Hand. Been kind of a pain in our ass for a little bit. They came over, started burning the farmlands, and as soon as they saw that we've been kind of doubling up on our forces, they just started fleeing. A lot of the damage had already been done. They attacked at nightfall. And getting a lot more aggressive lately.
Was this the, Calvin, is the Devil's Hand, we know that to be the bandits, right?
Yeah, yes. They're
Okay,
synonymous at this point.
What about that army that was heading for Mora? We saw it, I think, just leaving as we were making our way back.
They left not too long ago, probably a day or two ago. Owen hasn't really said much about it to the public. That's council business.
Well, an army that's gone is an army that I like.
Yeah, it's been stressful training these past few days, let alone all the other shit. Good news is, at least with the bandits, now that the army's gone, we're starting to import some forces, some mercenaries, and recruiting. So we actually have a militia now. So maybe the attacks will be less frequent.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can't help out with that.
Sounds good. Like those
Okay.
pieces of shit out of here as soon as possible.
Me too.
I'll give him a high five.
Alright, he takes a high five. He loves
Fuck
you
yeah,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
A whole row of high fives as we go.
He's
You
like,
know what? We're just a ticking time bomb, you could say.
Yeah.
That nervous laughter.
I feel bad for them when it all explodes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, explodes right.
Alright,
Gonna whip up a frenzy in that camp, you know.
we gotta make our rounds and
A storm's a brewing.
Oh!
Time to
Alright,
Bye.
so he just kind of awkwardly starts walking away with his buddy. They start heading towards the farmland.
Hey Calvin,
Yeah.
is bowling a thing in your universe?
Bowling?
Yeah.
Hey, Nico, it's your cousin. We're bowling.
It could be possible to bowl, but it's not
But
actually
like- but no.
invented yet. Yeah, as far as
Okay.
you're aware.
Okay.
I mean,
So I'm
you
glad I
you
didn't
could
try to make a
easily-
bowling pun.
You could easily try.
No. That's not. No. I wanted to reference bowling, but bowling
Retires.
doesn't exist.
Retires and starts a bowling alley.
Hey,
Alright.
Zengor, let's go bowling.
Alright, so you,
Mara. Mara.
you guys are now continuing on. And you make it past the South Acres, and you're now at the main, I would say, quote-unquote, the main square. And you can see the typical setup that you have. This is all new to Eric. Oh no, just new to Eric. So the Southern Acres is like a area of rolling hills in which the top of each hill has like a small bench and generally like a tree and some like lanterns and such like that. And then in between each of the hills is either the pathway that you just took or like gardens. This whole area is just like their little park kind of area. And then like the South Acres leads towards like a church that you could see at the top of the hill right on the outskirts of town when you came in. And then it leads towards the east, towards some sort of forest in the very far of the horizon that you now see is not doing too hot right now. When you finally enter the actual city, you can see it's all based off of a hilltop, and your slow descent down that hill has now been considerably steeper, and you can see that at the very circle road that goes around in a roundabout, in the middle is 3 rectangular massive buildings shaped almost like a U away from you, and in between the U when you guys come around is a market, just like little stalls and areas that are like semi-permanent that people have made up and put up to help against the weather, and they're all selling wares right now. It's starting to close up a little bit because you guys are getting in at the evening time, but there are still a few merchants still open trying to get the most out of their times. Like I said before, the actual presence of like guards and other similar beings are like way more frequent. Like you would see maybe 2 in this whole area, and there's several now. There's a few posted along the market. There's a few like doing their border patrols around the road. There's a couple standing outside the town center. Like there's even one like hanging out outside the Dragon's Head pub. Like it's considerably more faction specific.
I think we need to head straight for the like city hall, whatever that kind of like building is, or like the people meet. I think we're looking for Davos.
Okay. You get to the town square, and you see a few guards kind of posted out front. 2 of them you recognize as the ones that had to count your friggin' hundreds of gold pieces that you tipped when you guys came back from the Eldham voyage, and the rest are just kind of like coming in and out. You see a few people that you've recognized being at the council table, like leaving and saying their rounds and saying goodbye to everybody. But that's essentially it. Are you going inside to see?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just draw this for Eric, so he has a visual. I'm gonna show Mora. So this isn't exactly to scale.
Don't you have like these maps saved or anything? Or does D20 not have that option?
Memory wise, D20 isn't, Roll20 isn't the best. So I had to eventually, after us adventuring to many different places, I'd end up getting rid of it.
This is why we need to do it on Google Sheets.
You need to create a interface for a simpleton like myself to be able to use it.
Yes.
Or we could just use Unreal Engine.
Ooh.
We could have animations and bullshit like that.
Whoa.
That's real spicy.
Yeah. And then you have Sean over here being like, that's ambitious. Alright. So it's essentially like this. And then there's like buildings on the outside. Another detail that's like relatively different. I'm gonna move all you guys in a second. Another thing that's relatively different that you might notice is that there's a stone foundation with a ton of workers working on some sort of building. And they're like starting to build a new building made out of like pure stone.
Ooh. I got some pure stone
Relatively big.
in my pants. Oh.
You missed out, Rob. There's a lot of bone speak.
Yeah.
Bone.
There's a lot of bone. There's a lot of bone talk.
Ooh. Spicy.
I
think I'm gonna grab too much food.
Alright.
I got
Sorry.
a big bowl of leftover taco meat. I got one of those like jugs of like the Ziggy's macaroni and cheese salad. And I got a giant bowl of chips.
It's like 7 meals.
I'm hungry.
All right, let's find Davos. Come on, into the town center. Away. Caradoc, watch the horses.
Huh.
Thanks, Caradoc. You're doing great. You know?
Oh, don't worry about it. That's me, Caradoc, helping out.
oui, that's a me, Caradoc.
It's a me, Caradoc. Oh, wahoo!
Wahoo! It's a me, Mario.
Alright, so as you guys walk along the path and then up the stairs into the large town center building, which is on the far right here for Eric, you open the large double doors into the hallway, and it's almost set up like a pew system, like almost like a church. And after a long, like just passing all the benches, you eventually get like to a small staircase, and there's a long table in which Davos and Orn are currently talking at. And they see the two of you and kind of turn at each other, and they start like talking amongst themselves and like waiting for you to approach.
Sorry, did you say Davos was there?
Yeah, it's Davos and Orn together.
Okay. Hey, Davos. Did you get our message?
Actually, I didn't get it too long ago. We just had a meeting about it. Do you have it outside of town?
Yes.
We 100% do.
Yeah.
It's definitely not in town right now.
Like, do you think we're stupid? Do you think we would have have it on one of us, like on one of our persons. Like, come on.
Well, of course not.
You've known us long enough.
Where would we keep an orb that big?
You guys are the ones that said specifically that it would be outside of town, so it's
Yeah,
good
who
to
wrote
hear.
this letter? Yeah, they knew what was up.
Excellent. Okay. Well, if it is something similar to what you're speaking of, I'd like to see
Well,
it.
it's not similar, it is, my friend.
Okay. We have had some increasing problems from all fronts.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at Orn and kind of like gives a little like nudging kind of head bob, and Orn kind of nods and turns to you. So we've been informed by Aegis themselves and the Divine Order that as being what we like to call an independent faction, we have become traitorous, and our trade deals with Grenaldin and Bleakwood are conniving with enemy forces. We've been given 4 months to surrender and become part of the Divine Order once again, or we'll be taken by force. So,
4 months? Well, that's generous. Too bad that's not going to happen.
we're trying to figure it out ourselves, but the whole point of all of this was to make sure everyone had a better life, and if they don't have lives to live, then we're kind of a little bit screwed here. So we're trying to figure it out. Not to mention the bandits aren't making anything easier. We finally started getting excited around the last time we saw you. We started having trade with Say. Shortly after that, while you guys were gone, the dwarves ended up trading with us as well in the mountains south of them. We struck the trade deal with Bleakwood and Grenaldin, and we were able to build that Church of Pelor outside. We have a militia. There's been a lot of changes, but unfortunately the bandits have been attacking more frequently, and with us being spread thin, things have been a little bit hard. So we're getting mercenaries the next few days, and we're going to take the battle to them. We need to eliminate them immediately.
I agree.
So whatever orb this is or magic that you have, we might be able to work together if we can wait a few days. We can have an
Nope.
army.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a negatory.
I mean, it won't be long. They're already on their way. It's
So you used the plural form of the word day. That's a little more than we got.
how much time are you thinking?
Zenkor.
Zengor, who has obviously been keeping track of time this entire time, then turns at him and says, about... Cal, you want to help me out here?
Yeah. Zenkor will now speak using a voice slightly different than Zenkor's normal voice. But it is him, rest assured, and he says,
He needs to make an intelligence check, man. You don't have the specific feat, as far as I'm aware, that can like actually
keep track of
100%.
time?
Yeah, there's like one that's like you always know which way is north. You always know what time it is. That sort of stuff. It's ridiculous.
You said
Intelligence,
investigation or
intelligence,
insight.
just raw intelligence. So you just add your modifier.
Ah, I see.
good thing Zenkor is so intelligent.
I think it's a +1, right?
Nice.
All right. So you have a situation where Varen and Zenkor speak at the same time, and Varen, you say something along the lines of like
40.
you say there's been 48 hours gone around,
Yeah.
or just under, and then
Yeah.
Zenkor, you're like, yeah, we have about 45 hours left. And you just kind of like look at each other.
There's like one day. Like a day and a half left.
there's anywhere between 40 to 50 hours in Zenkor's mind has passed. You remember as well that if you identify it again, you can also...
Yeah, we have another scroll.
Yeah, and you can find out the time at that point.
Can Zenkor excuse himself so he can go identify it again?
Sure, it takes about 10 minutes.
Oh boy, guys!
Oh
I
wait, no,
really
it's
gotta
a
go to
scroll.
the bathroom.
It's a scroll, so it'll take about a minute or two. Yeah. All right.
Oops, I left my phone in
Oh wait,
my horse.
I think I hear Caradoc calling me. Sorry, 1 second. You'll have to excuse me.
Okay, so you go outside and you pull out the orb and you use the last scroll of identify that you have. All right. And what was the last number that I gave you? It was about 80, right?
80, yeah.
Yeah. So let me do the math for you. So
We should be like pretty close
8
to 48 hours, I think.
8 hours left on the first day. You had 24 hours of the second. Then the third day, you're about 12, 18, 20 hours in. So it's been approximately 52 hours out of your 80.
Okay.
So I got
So it will tell you that
2080.
Yeah. It'll tell you that you have 28 hours.
A little
left.
over a day. Yeah.
And then you walk back in.
Okay, I walk back in. Alright, guys. Well, I was talking to Caradoc. He helped me crunch some numbers. So we got 28 hours left. Wait, you said 28, right?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
28 hours. And then cue the Oh. Alright, not sure what I can do within a day. I mean, it's already the end of one. Like, I would have to do everything tomorrow.
So, is there anything that would help us get this into the camp, or farther enough away from Mora and close enough to the camp, without one of us literally having to carry it there? Because that sounds pretty terrible.
Alright, let's see what's up with this. Let's get the notes out, because they kind of matter right now.
What kind of magic does Davos got?
He's got some sick beats.
He's a
guy.
pretty cool magic man, but I think he's a lot more of like the
Knowledge
he's a lot more of like a fortune teller kind of scrying kind of dude.
You'd be surprised what divination can do.
I would be surprised.
See, because even if like the detonation is before the reinforcements get there, like it won't be too bad because then while they're licking their wounds, we can then do our full scale attack.
Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I feel like it shows up when we're not there at all, and then just like we can come in and clean it up, kind of.
Alright, so Davos turns to you guys and answers, and he's, well, unfortunately, the whole problem of the camp has been they have home turf advantage. There's a ton of traps. There's the elevation that we have to go across, and it's very easy for them to have cover and for us to be very easy to be seen.
We got a pretty good way of clearing all their traps in one go.
If you want to go and cut through the woods, then be my guest. However, we might be able to get you in to the camp. It wouldn't be the safest route, but it'd be definitely a direct route. And if you're able to manage to get through there somehow quietly.
Well, do you guys have a trebuchet?
We're not usually the war town. We're more of a trade city. Back in the day, Idris basically managed all of that. But we have a way of smuggling it.
So is that a maybe on the trebuchet?
Not within 28 hours.
She.
Orin speaks up. So, a couple of ambitious adventurers kind of took up our opportunity to adventure that cave, the underwater cave that we mentioned shortly before you guys left.
Oh yeah.
They scored some arrowweed, in which they were able to shortly breathe underwater, and decided a little spelunking was a good idea. Only one came back, half drowned, and told us that there is bandits inside of there, that the underwater cave actually leads to some sort of old tower ruins. It goes straight up right into the camp. Might be
It's a
easier
shame. It's
way.
too bad someone didn't have water breathing.
Well, they tried their best. I mean, they're a little bit foolish, but it might be a way that you guys can get there without being spotted by any of the sentries. It's just whatever's inside there you have to worry about. And
Are you
if you're
saying
able to
sneak it up the tower from
Just-
below?
I'm offering opportunities here. Like I
Yeah.
said, you can go along the forest. I know that you guys are experienced with the Eldham Forest, but I'm just
Because if we
offering
could
all
find a
our
way to
knowledge.
drop it in from the sky,
Mm-hmm.
while going through that underwater cave to get through the center of it, that'd probably be our best bet.
Yeah, like
Wait, why would we want to be underneath at the same time?
No, because then we can start clearing out under there, and then after the 1 hour is up, then boom, we emerge. Everybody's discombobulated. We start fucking murking them.
just remember, we're not going to
Oh.
be able to send our forces through the cave. We're going to have to go the old-fashioned way. Whatever you guys are talking about, though, if it's threatening enough to throw them towards us instead of us towards them, it's a huge advantage. And having a lot less numbers, not waiting more than a day, would help us a lot in making this fight a little bit more even and a little less uphill. Pun intended, really.
Fair.
What if we did a little bit of both here? What if we could get the orb to their camp to thin their numbers out, and maybe we play our sneaky game for a little while? Maybe we try to use some of the supplies that we've gathered while we've been gone to see if we can cripple the camp as they try to recover from the orb.
Yeah, like after we
and
hit them with the orb, then we can kind of try to like snipe them from a distance between, you know.
Well, I mean, we got some specific supplies to use on the camp. Remember our old plan? Maybe we can still use that and
What
help sort of hold everything down
What if
until reinforcements come, and then we just sweep the whole place.
What if we combine it with the orb, so when the orb starts activating, it starts spreading all that shit around?
Maybe? I don't know if that would do anything. But I'm no botanist.
Well, I mean, I got pretty fucked up just touching the oils, but that I don't feel like I had enough flowers
Yeah.
to make that work. I have enough flowers to make like a poison for something that gets diluted.
I hate to sound old, but just for the record, in any other circumstance, poison is illegal here. I'm willing to not hear this for now, and I appreciate your help.
Well, you know what they say, it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove.
Breaks out in a really weird laughter.
Orn gives Zenkor a like friendly smile, and the moment he starts looking away, he just kind of looks at Varen like, "What?"
I just kind of like shake my head and shrug.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Do you want to go home or you want to go to jail?
So,
Okay. So back to the
King Kong
important
ain't got
stuff.
shit on me.
Okay, Zenkor. All right. Okay. Ariel, do you think you could get an animal to help us fly this thing over the camp?
Yep.
That seems like a pretty good way to deliver it, honestly. I think that's like our safest bet. I don't want to be
Well-
too close to it.
Maybe while that's going on, we strike from underneath so that there's a lot of chaos.
We can give it a shot. I'm a little bit worried about the cave / cliff collapsing, but it's a storm. It's not like an earthquake, so it's probably okay.
Yeah, like it can uproot trees and stuff like that, but I don't think it's gonna collapse an underground layer.
I feel
It's a
like
little sketchy. It's a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, like I said, I can do what I can. I can build up some forces that we have and have a small militia attack. We'll probably be coming in whenever you need us. Just let us know when. But I do need to know what the plan is, what the final decision is, if that's okay. It's getting a bit late.
Here's what I'm thinking. Everyone correct me if this is wrong. Middle of the day tomorrow, let's say, well, we still have enough time left on this orb. We don't have to worry about it. Ariel's going to get a big badass bird to grab the orb and fly it over top of the bandit camp. Meanwhile, we're going to go down to the cave, and I guess as all that's happening, we can start making our way up.
Yeah, and then
Or-
once your reinforcements arrive, then you guys can.
So
Drop
orb
it.
gets dropped, storm goes for a while. Once that storm peters down, the reinforcements can come in up on top, and hopefully in that time we've been able to make our way up through that ruin. And then finish off whatever's left, and then we're done with it. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Famous last
I'm
word.
down. I'm down with that.
Alright, well, when do you want us to strike then? After a windstorm?
I mean, I don't think we want your people in there during the windstorm, so
No.
keep them, station them out of range, and it should be pretty obvious when it's safe to move in, I think.
This orb is a 1 mile radius and it lasts for 1 hour. So when you see it dissipate, that's when you know it's safe.
Alright, when are you dropping it?
High noon?
It's high noon.
It's the easiest time to coordinate.
When shadows are the shortest.
Alright.
Because then maybe then the bird can have some, extra cover with the sun being so glaring downward. So if anybody tries
Yep.
to look up to see it, they're just going to get sun blind.
Totally.
This all sounds great.
Hey, let's make sure that we start this whole process a mile away from Mora, right? Like, if something's gonna go wrong, I would rather it just mess us up and not mess Mora up. Are we all like
oh yeah, no. We're
clear
gonna
on
be
that? Okay,
nowhere
cool. I just
near
want to get
Mora.
that out there. I want to make sure everyone agrees.
Yeah, like we wouldn't even bring the orb into Mora. That would just be irresponsible.
Speaking of which, we should probably go keep an eye on that orb and like keep it outside of Mora, but we'll like hide it over closer to the bandit camp, and maybe we'll camp there tonight.
Yeah, at
As
least
opposed
a
to
mile
downtown.
away.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll see you, hopefully, after the attack. Let's hope that their more occult methods are less dangerous than I fear.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I give him a high five.
Um,
High fives all around.
Before you guys go, I might as well give you this if you're thinking of going alone in the middle of them. And Davos kind of like holds out his hand, and you can see his old man's robe, Eric. It looks almost like the sky, like if you take a picture of like a lot of gases in the universe and stars and such. and they actually move like it just independently in all directions in a variety of colors. And as he puts out his arm, you can see all the red dust that like travels inside of this robe goes up into his shoulder, down his arm, and then his hand, you can see a small red glow appear. And he goes, if whoever would like to take this, it's a temporary blessing that allows you to transport yourself and anyone you're touching a short distance.
I'm gonna grab Zenkor's hand and put it up on his hand.
Zenkor will reach for it.
Zenkor is cool with all that magic shit.
Yeah, that's what's up. Zenkor will sacrifice himself for the greater good. He didn't give a shit.
Okay. It like courses through your
sleeps on the line.
veins, and you like feel like really tense. Like all your muscles are tense, and your veins like popping out for a moment. And as soon as it like rushes up the rest of your arm into your shoulder, it just dissipates, and you can now see. Everyone else can see that his mithril is now like has a similar red aura, but it's like within it, not like outside of it. That just like is now moving like smoke.
So, like, how short of a distance are we talking?
You can essentially cast the Dimension Door spell once a day. If you want to look that up. He looks at you and says, after you're done here, or if the gods unfortunately will it, you don't make it, it will disappear and come back to me, but maybe it might help.
Thank you, my friend.
Of course. As far as and he looks at Eric. He says, as far as your new friend, my name is Stavos. He puts his hand out to shake your hand. Welcome
Just eating
to
some
Mora.
chips.
Welcome to Mora, and
He grabbed some pretzels in the market. What's up?
Hey, yo,
I'll
dog,
shake
what
his
up?
hand.
Are you gonna at least wipe the Cheetos off of you first?
No.
when you look into his... Yeah, he did. When you
Okay.
look into his eyes, Eric, the other detail you see is he's a human, just like an average dude, but when you look at his eyes, they look like they've seen like centuries, and they're old, like almost what you imagine people talk about when they talk about elves that live like the hundreds of years and they're not elders and such.
He's a good person, Eric.
He's
Relax
super
yourself.
cool. Don't make that noise.
And he just gives you a nod.
I can feel my sword lighting itself on fire.
Alright, and they eventually start standing up, and well, we have a lot to do tomorrow. If you guys don't mind,
Oh, hey. Is there a place that we can stable our horses? Do you know?
you could try,
We have horses now.
you can do the stable. I'm sure the stable master would be able to give you a fair price.
Maybe on the house.
I can't
Courtesy of our
guarantee-
good...
I'm sorry, but
Fine.
these are people.
Fine.
We're doing
It's
it
worth
for
a
the
shot.
people.
It's fine.
They're smiling at it, but they're like, everything we're doing here is for them. It wouldn't be fair for them to lose money. Take
Oh
it
no, I was
It'd be
implying
fair
that you
for
pay
us
for
to
it.
lose
It's
money.
fine. It's alright. We got this. It's cool.
I mean, heaven forbid they die, but whatever.
yeah, we're not gonna like imply that if they don't board the horses that we're gonna kill their whole family. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that'd be so weird and completely.
Yeah, that'd be like
uncharacteristic.
very not a good person, you know?
Yeah, we're good guys. We're the good guys.
Okay, we should get back. We should go grab that orb and like.
Oh
Bring
yeah,
it over.
yeah. We should totally
Okay.
go grab that orb and then just
Alright.
get it closer to camp.
Okay.
I'll see you, and best of luck.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Peace and love, brother.
As we're sort of walking out of the building, like out of earshot of them,
Mhm.
I want to whisper to Zenkor. It's like, yo, we should pretend like we actually left it. Like, let's go back the way we came. and then go around town because we really should have left it outside of town.
Nah, it's fine. I don't think they're watching us.
No, we got to go back the way we came for sure.
Yeah.
No,
Go out the front
we can't
gate.
fuck this up.
Surely after you guys are talking outside with Caradoc, you see like Davos and Orin coming out of the front door, like saying goodbye to all the guards.
Yeah. All right, let's go, folks.
Yeah, let's
Back
go
up.
grab that orb.
Let's go get these horses stabled and get back to that orb.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Varen.
Yep.
That's the first time you've ever said his name right.
Because I'm scared. We're desperate. We gotta get out of here.
And that's when Davos knew that something was up.
Hey, wait a second. You don't have the orb on you, do you? Oh shit, run!
All right. So what's going on?
Stable.
Cool. All right. So the stable's in the top left of the little map I gave you. So I'll write that in for you.
Oh, it's like right there.
Fuck. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
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 Cool. Yeah. Stable.
Oh my god.
Staples?
How do you even
Stable.
How do you even text these days? How do the kids do it? Oh my god, that's dumb. I don't like this new system.
Oh, are you trying to? I'll label it. It's really- Damn it. Yeah, you have to like. I don't know if someone knows a better way to do this, but you have to like
hold it.
hold the mouse button
Gross.
down while you're typing.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
gross. Anyway, so that's written down for you. So yeah, and then the one on the top right here is them building. You can now see a very familiar statue that you recognize from Elcid, that Violet had decapitated. That has just been built on the very front of this foundation that they're still working on in stone, in the top right.
Damn, that was cold.
You assume, with your amazing powers of deduction, that this is probably Pelor, and the Church of Pelor that they said that is under construction.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stable time.
All right. So you go to the stable. It's going to be about. He gives you a deal. That's just for the brevity of it. Who's going to be talking to them though? Because it's a group of them, and so you signal them the first person available.
I don't know. Zenkor or Varen probably. I've been kind of leaning on Zenkor for like interacting with price stuff.
Okay.
Because he's all trader and things.
Yeah. So Zenkor, I need you to make a persuasion check and see how good you are at talking them up.
I mean, I hope I fucking nail this one. What's my persuasion? +6. All right.
Roll some one.
Here's hoping.
Oh,
Hey, natty 20, boy.
nice.
Stable for free.
Oh shit, that's $0 stable.
All
He
right.
pays us to stable the horses.
So you start talking to.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, there's a lady friend who just kind of showed up.
I don't give a shit. Tell her to sit her ass on the fucking couch.
Does she have a character?
Did she not get a character ready in advance?
No. I kind of gotta.
You don't have to go anywhere, you fucking
listen, the
loser.
rosy palms are tired.
Look, remember,
Pussy is temporary. D&D is forever.
has been a long dry spell. So
Oh, a long dry spell?
I'm gonna say
Okay, wait,
no.
Don't even.
I'm gonna say if I was in Eric's situation, I'd bail the fuck on all y'all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
go for
but
it.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Okay, but you.
No,
you
don't
do
even
have,
tell
like,
your
leading
story
character,
wrong.
though.
no. On this end of things, don't fucking go, you fucking loser. But on your side of things, yeah, I'd already be gone. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have
Yeah.
left.
Why
I'm
did you
trying to
come
be
back?
polite. I'm trying to be polite. I gotta go.
Alright, so
Just like log off, and then when we like ask what happened, happened? Like all my power went out. Sorry.
Sorry, I gotta go slap some ass. Gotta fucking leave.
I gotta clap cheeks. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
Drop
Gotta smash tournament.
Yeah. Oh, what are you playing? Are you playing Sonic? Gotta go fast. Don't worry, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
I was about to say 5 minutes later. He's like, okay,
No,
guys, I'm back.
give him 2.5 minutes. He needs 30 seconds to wipe up.
Your girlfriend starts playing with us.
All right. She's like, strangely enough, it took me just as long to make a character. Is it?
Yo, she was making a
it takes a
character
fucking
on-
long, dude. The long time to make a character. Like, if it takes him as long to do his business as it takes her to make a character, like, that's going until tomorrow.
It depends on how versed.
that's
she is.
fucking, like, you can't just whip one of those up in 10 minutes.
Let her
I
be
can do it.
for
I
us.
can do it. I've done
I
it before.
guess.
I've made like 1 million characters, so.
Not with a
Um,
backstory.
All right, so backstories are easy. I mean, look at Eric's.
I mean,
backstory.
Eric's character still doesn't have a backstory.
He's a soldier.
His backstory is a sex
He's
deprived
got
man,
soul, but he also is a soldier.
He is a soldier.
Okay, so stable costs are generally 5 silver for like basic, and then 1 gold for like pretentious bullshit. For outside the 5 silver price, you end up talking them down to about 1 silver because you let them know that the bandit problem is potentially being solved tomorrow, and that you guys are like helping the council work on this, and like you even do so in a way in which you like are like saying it as if it's insider information that he's getting to know about, and so he's all about it.
Yo, this
And
shit's
he
hella
just, like,
hush hush, bro.
Looks around to the other workers, and he's like wipes his nose, and he's like, all right, yeah, 5 silver. And he kind of gives you a look, and you give him 1 silver per horse. So that's what, 6? Do you have 6? I
Five.
think you have 5.
There's 5 of us.
Okay, so yeah, it ends up just being 5 silver for all the horses. So you're good. Instead
I feel
of
bad.
being 5 per.
I'm gonna give him 5 silver, like
Okay.
tip, kind of. I guess. I
Can
don't
we
want
just all
to. I don't
get
want to
5
run him
silver?
dry. We could all just pay him full price, but Zenkor rolled a real sick roll.
Mhm.
So
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, but Zenkor's not a bad person, so he's just gonna give him the fucking 5 silver anyways.
yeah, Varen just wants to pay in full.
Or be like, use this money for something else. Like if you know another
Yeah.
family. Here.
You can see the look that he gives you as soon as you say that. You know that he's gonna be like, yeah, I'll take it as a tip, thanks a lot, and then he'll just give it to the group, like the business. He
Whatever.
seems to be a bit.
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds
So
good to
how
me.
much are you guys paying? Because the normal price would be 2 gold and 5 silver for all the horses, and he is offering
I
to
think-
do it all for 5 silver.
We're each gonna give him 5 silver.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
We're
pay
each
everyone
gonna
5
pay.
silver.
We're gonna pay the normal price.
Okay.
The normal price
For,
is
like,
just
the-
gold.
Cool.
Is 5
So,
silver.
Everyone but Eric pays 5 silver.
Wait, Eric don't
Uh,
have a horse?
Yeah, well,
He
I
does.
mean, it's not his horse.
Oh, I gotta pay 10 silver, motherfucker.
It's fun gold.
God damn it.
I mean, you can tell him that he owes you
Man,
that
he's
money.
gonna like owe me so much.
He owes you a lot. Yeah.
Those arms are gonna be some rosy fingers.
All right, I'm deducting it from Paradox. You don't have to worry about
I already
that.
took away 10.
Okay.
It actually cleaned his numbers up really nice. All right, so yeah, the stable has been dealt with. Your horses are now put away. They are still left outside in the like shelter. They're
That's
not in
fine.
the nice fancy like they have like a massive stable that like
No
has
way.
like well lit and nice all inside and everything. But
We just want them somewhere they're gonna be looked after.
okay,
Oh yeah, I got a BRB real quick too. I got to put the rest of my macaroni and cheese salad in the fridge.
okay.
I took way too much. Be right back.
So that's handled. What else do you want to do?
I think we're going to leave town the direction that we came. At least until we're like far away from the town center that we think we can sneak the direction that we actually want to be going.
At this point, you know that you don't know about Orn, but you know that Davos is going to be like hella gone because he lives like down a couple of alleyways and small streets down the hill.
Because there's like the entrance that we really want to be leaving right now towards the bandit camp is like a different one than the one that we came in, right?
Do you
Because we
want to
probably
be
came
careful
in
so
like
that
this.
they don't have spies in Mora?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just pretend like we left the orb somewhere. Let's just like actually leave town and actually go like a little bit away and pretend like we're grabbing it and then like go to where we want to set up camp. Like let's just
It takes you
do
a few
the whole
hours.
dumb thing.
Yeah, you take a few hours
Yeah.
and you do it, and you come back, and so now you're in Mora again, exactly where you were, strangely enough.
Oh, now we're in Mora again. Yeah, we want to not be
a
in
few
Mora.
hours.
We want to be on the other side of Mora.
Okay, so are you going
wanna-
to the coast?
We want to be.
So, like,
What
can
I was
give you
thinking,
really
some
shitty pay.
people can disagree with me. I was thinking that we wanted to be like down the path towards the bandit camp, like a mile or whatever, so that if this thing went off, it wouldn't fuck up Mora.
So, yeah, okay. So like,
If it goes off underwater too, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So if we're closer to the coast, then it could just.
Yeah.
there's enough. Like you guys went into the coastline before. You could do a mile west of Mora along the coastline, and then just travel a mile down. And
Isn't that the opposite direction of the bandit camp?
It is, but if you guys are planning on using the underwater cave, it's east of Mora, and it's not too far off. So
Oh, so like,
yeah,
are you saying that if we go west, it's like a good place to camp and an easy way
Yeah.
to get to the water?
yeah, and then you have much less of a trip, and you can also just like cut through the docks, and then that's the only part of Mora that you're really going to be touching.
That seems pretty chill, I guess.
And you've rested there a few times now. When you guys fought the giants by the mines, when you spent your first night at Mora, hiding away from the guards that totally didn't know you even existed. All of those cases. So yeah, you're
Okay.
relatively familiar. So you end up heading a mile out, and you can see it off in the distance down the beach. You can see the entrances of the mines and everything, which are actually being cleaned up by some of the Mora guard and like managed, but they are all piecing out by the time you get out there and heading home for work or from work.
Okay.
You guys set up camp. Is there anything else you guys are doing?
Oh fuck.
Search for
I forgot
traps.
to check. I meant to check that stupid shop while we were in town.
Search for hidden doors.
I'll check the shop. I'll check the shop tomorrow, and I'll meet up with you guys.
Okay.
Because he's probably closed by now. It's pretty late.
All right.
Yeah. Long rest time.
Cool.
What was important about going shopping at a time like this?
I left some raw ingredients with like a tailor or like a leather worker or something, hoping that he could make me like a real badass cloak that maybe had some magical properties to it. And I just need to like go back and
Oh yeah,
get
I
it
actually remember that.
and like pay him the rest of whatever I owe him because I paid him like half or something.
Yeah.
I don't quite
You
remember.
paid him half of costs.
Yeah.
For labor consumed, and then if
Yeah, and then I think we were gonna like see what he came out with.
Yeah.
And then yeah. Yeah, I'll do that in the morning, I think.
Okay. All right. So who's taking the first watch?
I will volunteer to do the second watch.
Okay.
Okay, if I take first watch, will people actually believe me when I say something?
I mean, you fucking turned out the lights. I'm a human. I literally cannot see anything. What do you want me to do? Get up and
Ariel?
start running around in circles?
If you see something, wake me up.
Don't. Okay.
Like, you can
Okay.
wake me up. Just don't turn out the fire so I can't see anything. Like, I'm blind as shit. What am I supposed to do? Say, oh no! I think there might be something there.
Ariel's just
Dios
looks ashamed.
mío.
So is Ariel doing the first watch?
Zenko
Yeah.
will help her with the first watch.
Okay, so whoever wants to make
Are we
a,
doubling up on first watch?
apparently.
Yes.
Alright.
Whoever wants to make the roll, they get to make it with advantage.
What sort of
Perception?
roll?
Yeah, perception.
Okay, it's +6.
So who's doing it? Are you doing it?
Mine's +6. I don't know what yours is.
+1.
Also, okay. Before we finish, are you doing it in the dark or in light? Are you guys having
Well, what
light
time is it now?
sources? It's nighttime. Like you guys arrived in
Is it
more at
dusk?
evening.
Wait, like how far away from
It's
the
dark now.
bandit camp are we camping?
Pretty decently, like decently
Very-
far. Yeah.
Okay, so we should be able to be good with a fire, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have the fire. So yeah, the 19 standard. You gain advantage, so you can roll again just in case.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Well, there's two of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, when
It's like a legit
someone's
thing.
aiding, if someone aids someone else, then they gain advantage. So you rolled a 19. Throughout the night, seems pretty chill. Being out on the coast here is refreshing for you, and you guys end up just chatting away. Mostly Ariel talking, and Zenkor kind of being like, "Yeah, this is nice." And then towards the end, you're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, okay." Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Ariel, you gotta hang out by the water the whole time, and you guys even
Oh,
take
love it.
turns watching, where like you gotta like chill in the water for a bit, take a little bit of time off on your watch, and then you come back. Who are you guys waking up to do the second watch?
Eric and Zeng are in Caradoc.
All right.
I mean, it's legit. Like if Ariel and Zenkor do a 2-hour watch, and then Caradoc and Eric do a 2-hour watch, and then Baron can do 4, then that
Right.
sounds like a full rest for people.
Yep. Caradoc ends up rolling with advantage and rolls a 18.
Oh, you did it. Nice. Okay.
Yep. He doesn't seem to see much of anything as well. Although he swears he saw something weird in the water, but like way far out, and it was something tiny. Noticed there's a couple of ships coming in and out late night, and one specific ship, and that was it.
Easy.
Morning comes, and you guys are ready to go.
Okay. Varen is going to head back into Mora,
Okay.
and yeah, he's gonna take Fenthras with him. I want to get back to that shop, and then I'm gonna try to like hustle to catch up with these guys. So like as soon as everyone starts stirring and like is awake, he's gonna like take off and go into town.
Cool. All right. So you find him, and you find the location that you were at before, and you meet him, and it's like, "Oh, hello. You were the one about the hide, right?
Yeah, the
usual one.
displacer
Good
beam.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure it was you. It's not often that I get material like this. It's really nice to work with. I will have to admit that some of it didn't really work out as well as I wanted it to.
Yeah, we sort of predicted that. It's weird stuff.
Yeah, not to mention a little bit has been damaged. Seems as though it was
Yeah.
a bit rough.
We did kind of stab them.
But I was really careful with it and took my time, and I'm probably a day out, 2 days out.
Can I see what you got so far? Is it an estate that you're comfortable?
Yeah,
I'm just
of course.
curious. I'm
I mean,
curious. Yeah.
It's definitely interesting. He shows it to you, and he's essentially got it worked. It's cloak size, and it's managed and like almost ready to go. It's just more so he needs to shape it and cure it in specific ways. So then it's
Yeah.
like wearable.
Finishing
It's
touches.
essentially just fabric right now.
Mm-hmm.
And as he moves it, it does the familiar bending of light, and it's like
Okay.
almost moves in a weird like three cloaks movement kind of way instead of one.
Fucking rad.
He's like,
Varen
"Yeah,
says that.
you have no idea how hard it is to work with this. I mean, you start trying to clean it or move it and cut it, and you don't know where you're going. It's incredibly difficult.
Is it at least? Can you see it from the other side? Like, is one side is really weird, the other side is like,
It's kind of
Skin.
been a trick, yeah.
yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess I'll. We got stuff to do today. But maybe I'll come back and see what's up tomorrow or 2 days from now.
Alright. Just a warning. As long as I don't fuck it up, it's gonna be pricey. This was hard.
Okay.
It took up most of my business. I had to turn down a lot of stuff, but it was a good opportunity, and I appreciate it.
It seems like it'll be worth it.
Alright. I'll see you when it's done, hopefully.
Thanks, man. Do I know his name?
I would
maybe
imagine so.
100%
I feel like I would
honest
know
with
his
you.
name.
He did introduce himself, but I am a buffoon, and I actually
Make up a name. Make up a name real quick.
It's probably
Because I don't think I wrote it down, so
Yeah.
we have that freedom.
I think it's Donovan. He was like someone that was super quick. Actually, I wrote it down. So
It was. Fuck, that was a long time ago in like us time.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Donovan. He's one of the. I know Donovan specifically was not written down. So either Donovan's the owner of the Anvil, or Donovan is the guy that you're working with right now. So for record's sake, this is Donovan, the
Cool.
tailor.
I just wanted to say, see you later, Donovan. That's the only reason I wanted his name.
And he pieces out, or you piece out more specifically.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch up to everyone else.
All right. So you guys all meet at the
The rendezvous.
rendezvous point. What are you guys gonna do?
I think we're gonna get.
This
We
is
wanna
like the
drop-
big day now, right?
Fuck, there's so much coordination to do today.
You have about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Before I get on my horse, though, I'm going to do a little prayer to my aboleth that we kind of
So
serve.
you're bringing your horse,
I
huh?
haven't done that yet.
Okay.
You're bringing your horse to the underwater cave?
No, wherever we are. What are we on?
Okay.
We're not riding to it? Yeah,
Or
anyways,
just
I'll do a prayer.
Okay. Alright. Damn.
But I'm going to want to go into the water for that. Like, I'll be, like, standing in the water.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I'm probably terrified right now, more so than being in the ancient ruins, because at least that was underwater. That was comfortable. So I think I'll ask for like strength and guidance and protection, like he's always done for our tribe.
Okay.
More of comfort for me.
That just kind of made me think of the scene from Hot Rod before Rod goes and like does anything. He's like, "Spirit of the Eagle,
Oh my god.
for calmness and tranquility."
I'm actually running into a problem with D20 right now. So trying to fix that. Oh, so you guys could hear it the whole time. It was just fucking me that couldn't hear it. Alright. Websites are acting really weird today. Alright, so you go under the water and you're essentially praying to the guardian of your people.
Yeah.
And what specifically are you looking towards? You said that you're really afraid.
Yeah,
what are you
so
saying?
so sort of the confidence and guidance to kind of get me through this.
Okay.
To not use fog. Just kidding, I don't ask for that.
Alright. You feel the closeness of familiar waters, and you seem to be at ease, at least a little bit more relaxed after your prayer.
So we got some kind of like numbers to crunch here today, I think.
Yeah.
We want you can get us an animal friend for an hour. So and we want this thing to drop as close to noon as we can make that happen. How long would it take a giant vulture or whatever to fly 1 mile? I don't know how to do that math from like D&D speed numbers or anything.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
European or
60
African?
feet. Well, it's 10 feet. 10 feet per second. If you want to do the math,
Well, giant 10 feet per second.
it's
What?
60.
Oh, 'cause
feet
it's 60 per
flying in
round.
6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. So that probably helps it.
Okay, I can probably actually figure that out.
Yeah.
Um,
I would assume that it probably could make a roughly like what 10
10
kilometers in an hour,
second.
like 8 to 10 kilometers an hour.
That will take. Okay, at 10 feet per second, that'll take it about 10 minutes. A little less than
So-
10 minutes, but just for easy numbers, 10 minutes.
I mean, an animal messenger, for example, if I use a bird, it says it gives you all the math there. That where is it? What is it? Sorry, I'm like trying to speed read, but I'm missing everything that I actually need. A flying messenger would cover about 50 miles per 24 hours. So that would be a flying animal. 50 miles per day.
Okay, if we want to use those numbers, that's half an hour for a mile. Which also sounds fine. As long as it comes in under an hour, I'm fine. So then, I think let's get ourselves.
Just a reminder,
We gotta-
the giant vulture is a giant. So like
Is what?
when you guys are doing your like, this is gonna be stealthy or this is gonna be like, what the heck happened? They are most likely going to see a giant vulture and then all shit hit the fan. Because it is
Well-
it's as big as a horse but with a wingspan.
Okay, but would they? Oh, holy shit, that's fucking epic.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't seem like it's acknowledging them, would they just be like, "Holy shit, that's a big thing," and then not? Like if it's not
they'd be
hostile
looking.
towards them,
Yeah, they'd
Yeah.
be looking and then.
but
all
if it
shit
hits the
breaks
ground
loose.
regardless, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But they might be able to like shoot it
So
down or
they
something.
might
I think it
it's
has to
one
be.
big shit.
I think it has to be something bigger than like an eagle or like a standard bird. I don't think
Yeah,
they're gonna
I'm
quite
just-
be able to.
What I was just letting you know is that they are going to be aware that something is going on, because they will see it, and it is
Well,
going
it's
to
a
be
large.
I'm
it's
not
a
sure what
large
the hell
beast.
this is,
It's-
but I could conjure a flying snake.
That's weird.
What else could I do that's smaller?
What if
A giant a fucking giant owl would be the same thing, wouldn't it?
yeah.
The giant owl will definitely be able to do it.
But
I'm
is it
just
like the
letting you
same size,
know
same sort of
that-
effect?
Or sorry, a giant vulture will be able to do it for sure. I'm just warning you about. Yeah, large beasts. Large beasts are generally the size of like 8 to 10 feet tall, or the size of like a horse long.
Could
I
a
mean-
hawk do it? I can summon a hawk.
As long as this,
Or-
as long as this bird flies high enough and fast enough, I think like the bandits will probably be like, "Hey, what the hell is that?" And if they do somehow shoot it down, by the time they actually shoot it down, then you know,
It's still gonna
this
fall.
orb of destruction will
Yeah.
fall down to the ground and still be pretty close to the target.
The orb can be shattered pretty easily.
Yeah, it's only got like 12 health.
I think if we wanted to summon like a normal bird, the only one that would have a shot is an eagle. Maybe a vulture, because they are actually pretty big. Vulture. One of the
Yes.
larger breeds of vultures might actually be able to pull it off. A griffin vulture weighs 20 pounds. And my shitty Google research says that birds of prey tend to be able to lift like half their weight. I don't know if a fucking vulture counts. But that was the math for like eagles.
You feel as though most likely the giant vulture would be able to carry it, yeah?
I'm pretty confident that a giant vulture could pull it off. That thing's huge. It's like a horse-sized bird. It can
Carry me.
definitely.
It's stronger
Yeah.
than some of you guys.
It's more like, could we get away with a slightly large vulture instead of a giant vulture? And I don't know if that exists. It's hard to like find the right creature. I don't know of
Just
any good like way to search.
remember that you guys are trying to coordinate, plan, and travel within 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you said noon.
I think let's just like go with the giant vulture for now. That's fine. We gotta go. We gotta get ourselves
Let's hope
parked
for the best.
a mile away from the bandit camp ish. And if we go a little bit early, I don't think that's the end of the world. But like closer to noon we can do it, the better.
Yeah. I concur.
So I think we want to be along the coast, and we want to get a mile away. If we're saying that it's going to take like half an hour for this thing to fly there, we definitely need to be like at that mile boundary.
Yeah, but like I don't think we should wait until like the 11th hour for the detonation because the drop from the sky will detonate it.
Yeah. Oh, we've got like 12 hours left on this thing at noon. Like, we're good. It's more like dropping it right at noon is just what we told Davos, and so like, the closer we are to that, the easier it is for everyone to coordinate.
Yeah, true. True.
Okay. So, you guys, what are you guys doing?
Each other.
All right,
We
you have
We
2
are-
to
We
3
are
hours.
doing
we are
large
east of
vulture.
Mora. We are 1 hour-ish or 1 mile-ish away from the bandit camp.
So are you going along the coastline and being like under the cliffside, or are you going to be going to the forest and trying to get to where you were before when you saw Beef
Is there like a
Jerky
beach?
Man?
Is there like a beach that we could go the whole way?
Yeah, it's a.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Besides it being a humongous cliff, the bandit camp is at the tip of a hill that you chased Keltis on, and then that is almost like a peninsula. That
Okay.
like a mini peninsula.
So it's kind of like an overhang.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
the cave is actually like underneath in the water that they had found, and so they feel as though the ruins they found go straight up. So they figure that leads to one of the towers that's in the bandit.
Okay. I think maybe we can just get below the bandit camp and then send the bird from there. How's that sound? Like it can fly up.
Yeah. But if we have it coming from a different direction, then it would kind of throw them off. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the sooner you summit too, and it will do what I ask. So even if I tell it to like, don't take off in flight for like 10 minutes or,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. When we're about a mile away, or whatever, I think that's when we want to get the bird and get the orb and get it going. And if we can do that when it's like, I don't know, an hour away from noon, And then as soon as we send that off, we're gonna head to the ruins.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm down.
Yeah, we do that.
All right. So you explain it all to me, step by step. What's going on?
Okay, we are going along the coast. Once we are, as best as we can figure, about a mile away from the bandit camp.
Okay.
Ooh. But I cast Pass Without Trace. So at least we're moving when we get close. Like when we get close.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that yet. We're like, I think we're fine right now.
Okay.
Step one.
Carry
bird.
on, good sir.
Also, actually, I think Pass Without Trace might be if the bird thing is concentration, then you can't do Pass Without Trace. Otherwise, that would undo the bird, and that'd be pretty bad.
Okay.
Could be hilarious.
Bird, most important spell. I think we can deal with this.
So what you're saying
Okay.
is the word is the bird.
Bird. Yeah. We're gonna go as best as we can figure about a mile away on the coast. We are on the coast
Yeah.
the whole time. A mile
So you're
away.
directly under the camp. Essentially, you could look up and there's just like jagged
Is it a mile
rocky
up?
cliffs. Yeah, it's
It's a
pretty-
mile up.
It's like okay, it's not a mile up. It's probably like 800 meters, 900 meters.
I have no concept of how far that is. I want to
It's-
be
it's
about
almo-
a
it's
mile
just
away.
short of a
Like whatever. Okay, whatever. I want this bird to have a mile long flight. So whatever we can sort of like eyeball to get to that point.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If we're basically underneath it, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Bird summon. That's Ariel's job.
Okay. So mark
Zancor
that down
pulls-
as your spell.
Zancor pulls the orb out of his pants
Yep, I whip the orb out of my pants.
Okay.
and get the bird to pick up the orb, I guess. It could probably do that, right?
It can follow any order that Ariel gives it. But
Cool.
That's
Set
the
it-
order.
Set it down in the sand. Ariel, make your command.
Pick up the orb.
You gotta be real specific with this thing.
It's got
It's like
the
a
orb.
genie wish.
Pick up the orb carefully.
Yeah, it's got the orb.
You gotta tell it the whole
It's,
thing,
like,
I'm
on
saying.
top of
Like,
it.
you gotta tell it the whole thing you want it to do.
Tell it in like little things.
Well, it's about
Once-
to leave,
once
so you have
it's
to
out
tell
of
it the whole
range-
plan.
Yeah, once it's out of range,
Pick up
it
the
does
orb
whatever it's
carefully.
told.
Be very gentle with it.
Mhm.
You're going to remain out of sight and drop the orb onto the bandit camp as close to the center as you can at high noon. I'm going to assume that he would understand.
I don't think he needs to worry about time. I think he could just go.
Okay. It picks up flight and it starts flying away.
All right,
Okay.
that's probably
Very
fine,
good.
right? It's probably good.
Yeah.
Like,
Is this why you were praying to that god earlier, Ariel?
A little bit.
Pray to whatever god you believe in,
Listen,
boy.
all I'm saying is, if this goes wrong, we might have to kill Davos because now he knows that it was.
I mean,
us.
we're far enough away from Mora that like, worst thing that happens is we die. Oh, right. Tally ho, friendos! Time to go to the ruins.
alright. So, Vulture flies off, and you guys go to where your this area is described, and it's directly underneath, and you can the where you assume the bandit camp would be, and it's just this huge jagged peninsula, and you can see a small, clear incline deep in underground, underwater as well.
Cast water breathing.
You cast
I mean,
water
you
breathing.
gotta you gotta think before you cast these things. Is that concentration?
No, it's ritual.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we gotta be real careful. Like, for the next hour, like until that bird drops that orb, if you like get hurt, there's a chance that that can break your concentration and like all that kind of shit. You are very valuable to us right now.
I should be.
Welcome. Alright. So you cast the water breathing spell, which is
Yeah.
not concentration.
Can I just put it out there that Eric owes me so he can just be my meat shield?
Yeah.
I mean, he essentially is. Okay, so water breathing is up. And
Cool.
you guys are good.
So now you're saying there's like a we got to go underwater to get to this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like
Fucking-
you can see there's like an actual
Cool.
part where the ground underwater generally would rise up to meet where you guys are standing. There's actually like a decline, and it starts going
So-
underground.
Okay, so there's like an underwater cave that we have to go through.
Yeah. Which is
Cool.
why,
Fucking cool. Ugh.
Alright.
Just when I thought I was done.
They drag me back. Jurassic Park 3. Alright, that's gonna be it for now. You guys do wade in and then slowly start swimming down into the cave. Are you guys
Bro.
having any light sources, or are you just gonna be like feeling around?
When it gets dark, I'll do my flame hand
Okay.
is.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's gonna be the session for today. Because that's gonna
Fuck
start a whole
I like it.
set of other things.
Fuck caves.
But it's coastal, and that's I'm pretty sure my preferred environment.
I think you're pretty chill, and that's cool for you.
I'm
very happy.
happy.
Varen is very happy for Ariel right now because I feel like there's been this overwhelming dread, right? Like we all know that there's some shit going down today,
Mhm.
but I feel like she's been very happy in general with like our last adventure where we're underwater a whole bunch, and like right now by the coast, she seems like it's her element.
Lots of water involved.
But fucking every time we're underwater, underground, Varen's like, oh boy, can't wait.
So does
So excited.
does Fenthras also have water breathing?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. If he's in the group, everyone has it.
Okay. Yeah, up to 10 willing creatures. Sounds good. So yeah, you have a little doggy paddler right behind you as well, going through the
Yeah.
water.
I'm gonna keep him company. This is like this is a buddy system. Me and Fenthras, we're gonna get through this together.
All right. You guys excited?
Nope.
Or something.
Or something, yeah.
We're gonna die.